Hello, this is Crimson of Socialite Media, and I'm here today with another time lapse. I actually considered making this a tutorial, but it is actually such an incredibly easy project. I feel like you can just watch the video and follow along if you would like to. So basically, I just took a hot glue gun. If you're gonna do this, I would recommend a larger size glue gun, as I used the mini one, and it is just gonna be easier to use a larger one because you can fill in more space at a time. And so I started at the bottom of the switch plate and I just made little drop formations. And the thing about this is you gotta be careful not to put them too close together and let a drop solidify a little bit before you put the next one to it, or else it will kind of like puddle together and not look so drippy. And then after I did that to the entire switch plate, which was a tedious process, there's a bunch of little glue gun strings, but I feel like it kind of works for that, so if you really want to, you can pull all those off, take a little rough brush to it and scrape them off or whatever you want to do to it. Then after that, I took some green acrylic paint. It was holly green. I mixed it with some white because I could not find my favorite green paint that is such a lovely color, and it would have been perfect for this because it's just like the perfect mix of neon and true green, and it's a beautiful color, but I couldn't find it and I was so sad. But anyways, I took that color of the green and white and I applied that as a base coat. Then I went in with some of that plain holly green with a small detail brush, and I added some shading to the drops, blending that out with the larger brush after it was partially dry. And then over that, I took a tiny bit of yellow and brushed it on the surface, like the very highest points of the drops, and did the same as well with some gold metallic paint. And then after all of that dried, I went in with some Glossy Mod Podge and I applied it super heavily to the entire thing. And make sure you get the sides and everything with the paint and the hot glue and the Mod Podge, just everything. And I had to go and cut out a little bit of the glue around the holes for the screws and a little bit for the switches, the spot for the switches. I actually didn't find this too bothersome. If you would like to be more careful and not like get it over that area, that'd probably be easier, but I found it easy enough to just cut it away. And then of course you gotta put it on the wall. It's pretty much done. I would like to say about the Glossy Mod Podge is my best friend. I use it for everything. The good thing about it that I really love is that you can apply it really heavily to get a really high gloss, or you can apply just a tiny bit to get a minimum gloss. Whereas if you take like the matte Mod Podge, if you apply it heavily, it will dry white. It will not dry clear like the glossy does. So yeah, I just think that's really awesome about the Mod Podge. Hashtag no swans. Anyways, that's basically it. I have nothing further to say. I feel like I'd just be redundant if I kept talking about this. You could try different colors with this actually too. I feel like this would be pretty cool if you did red or something, or yellow. You could do a minimal amount of dripping and make it just like a bloody switch plate. That'd be pretty cool. It's perfect to incorporate to different themes. So like if you have a gothic theme, you could do this with a variation of like grays and reds and things like that. Or we're doing a alien theme this year, so I thought the green would be awesome. Just some green goo dripping down the switch plate. This is actually inspired by a tutorial I saw where they take a single switch plate and they take clay and they sculpt teeth and a mouth onto it, and then a tongue that sticks onto the switch. And I thought that was so incredibly awesome that I really want to make it, but I did not have any spare switch plates that were for a single switch, only the double. So I wanted to make this with the double one, and then I can't wait to get some single switch plates and make some monster mouth. It's gonna be so amazing. You'll definitely be seeing a video of that. So if you are interested in that, please feel free to come back to the channel and look out for that. This has been Crimson of Socialite Media. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.